Assalamualaikum to Dr. Muhammad Syukur. We are Group BA 2794A and today we will be presenting our group entitled Investment Decision on Gamuda Berhad in the Construction Industry. My name is Shahira Afika and together with my group members Nur Shafika Ardini, Nur Izzati Aida and Muhammad Faris, we will be present our investment analysis of Gamuda Berhad. Without further ado, I will begin with the executive summary and introduction. The purpose of this report is to evaluate Gamuda Berhad as the best performing stock in our stimulated portfolio. Gamuda Berhad was selected because it demonstrates a strong financial performance and operates in the construction industry, which has a good long-term growth potential. Based on our preliminary findings, the company has shown strong financial performance, diversified business operation, and positive industry outlook. Therefore, we consider Gamuda Berhad a suitable company for long-term investment. Moving on to the introduction, this report is based on a stock stimulation game that allows students to apply investment concept in a practical environment. Investment analysis is important because it helps investors evaluate the company's financial performance and investment potential before making investment decisions. Therefore, the objective of this report is to analyze Gamuda Berhad using both fundamental and technical analysis and to justify the investment decision based on our findings. Now I will briefly explain the company and industry overview of Gamuda Berhad. Gamuda Berhad was established in 1976 and it is headquartered in Petaling Jaya, Selangor. It operates through four main business segments, namely construction, property development, infrastructure, and renewable energy. This diversified business segment allows the company to maintain stable business growth and generate income from different sectors. Among Gamuda major projects are the Dash Highway and the MRT Kajang Line. This project demonstrates the company's capability and experience in delivering large-scale infrastructure development in Malaysia. In terms of market position, Gamuda is recognized as one of Malaysia's leading construction companies. Besides Malaysia, the company has expanded its operation to Australia, Singapore, Taiwan, and the United Kingdom. Looking at the industry outlook, the construction sector continued to benefit the infrastructure development, government construction, and project property development activities and renewable energy initiatives. However, the industry also faced several challenges such as rising construction material costs, labor shortage, economic uncertainty, and delays in project approvals. This factor may affect project costs and the overall performance of companies in the construction industry. Let's conclude my presentation. I will now hand over the presentation to the next presenter.
Now, let's talk about the financial highlight. The Gamuda brought a massive RM 16.4 billion ringgit in revenue this year, but the biggest headline is their profit. For the first time, the company history has their profit crosses over RM 1 billion ringgit mark. They also added over RM 829 million ringgit to their cash saving. And also, it shows that the business is very healthy and secure position. Because of this great value, the company total market value jumped by 25% and reaching RM 30 million ringgit shareholders and also got a nice reward with a total dividend going up 10% per share. Now, what's really set a Gamuda apart from its competitor? It is global reach. While the most local builder are only focused on Malaysia, but the Gamuda has become a truly international player. In fact, 64% of their revenue now comes from overseas market like Australia, Taiwan, and Singapore. So how are they pulling this off? It's come down to three things: leadership, technology, and also sustainability. First, they have incredibly stable leadership. Their managing director has become steering for the ship for 50 years. And second, they're using a world-class tech where they're actually building their own self-drilling tunnel software and they are using digital building system that can cut construction waste by 70% while speeding up the project. And finally, they are leading the industry in going green, and they have a strict cut carbon emission by 45% by 2023, and making them the first Malaysia builder that have a green target officially approved by global climate expert. To wrap it up, Gamuda isn't just winning locally, but also they have successfully built a global tech-driven and eco-friendly business.
Next is technical analysis. Let's start with the stock trend analysis. So between April and early May, Gamuda Berhad experienced a strong bullish reversal with the share price increasing from approximately 2 ringgit 75 cent to 4 ringgit 65 cent. This upward movement was characterized by a series of higher highs and higher lows indicating strong buying momentum. However, from mid-May to the end of June, the stock entered a bearish corrections where prices gradually declined and formed lower highs and lower lows. The share price eventually fell to around 4.15, signaling that sellers had regained control of the market. Secondly, our chart pattern. As you can see from the chart given here, throughout April, the stock displayed a strong upward trend supported by consecutive bullish candlesticks and increasing prices. This reflected strong investor confidence and buying activity. But then, after reaching approximately 465 cents in early May, the stock began moving within a descending channel characterized by low highs, lower lows, and gradual price decline. This pattern suggests that the previous bullish trend had weakened and that short-term bearish momentum had taken over. For moving average, during April, the share price traded above both the EMA 20 and EMA 50, indicating a strong bullish trend with positive short-term momentum. Towards the end of June, the price declined below both moving average, EMA 20 about 4.30 cents and EMA 50 about 4.32 cents, and current price about 4.15 cents. Since the price is trading below both moving average, the short-term outlook has turned bearish, and the observation are as seen in the table. As you can see here in the table are the outcomes for the Gamuda support resistance levels. While from the momentum indicators, we can see that the relative strength index RSI is below the neutral level of 50, indicating that bearish momentum currently outweighs buying pressure. However, the RSI remains above the oversold level of 30, suggesting that the stock still has room to decline before becoming technically oversold. The RSI moving average is 48 ringgit 40 cent, which is higher than the current RSI value. This further confirms that momentum has weakened during June. Next is moving average convergence divergence MACD. So from the chart over there, we can see that MACD is lower from signal, which shows it is a bearish crossover. Histogram is negative, which then overall signal shows it is on a weak downward momentum. Last but not least, from technical analysis or from volume analysis. We can see that on April, trading volume increased steadily as the share price rose from approximately 3.75 cents to above 4.40 cents. Higher trading volume during the rally indicates strong investor participations and confirms the strength of the bullish trend. Volume remained relatively healthy during the early stages of May when the stock reached its peak near 4.65 cents. However, as the price began to decline, trading volume gradually decreased, suggesting that buying momentum was weakening. During June, trading volume was generally lower than in April and early May, although several isolated volume spikes were observed. These spikes coincided with periods of increased selling activity but were insufficient to reverse the downward trend. The declining overall volume indicates limited buying interest and reduced market participation.
For the investment and justification of Gamuda. Gamuda is the best performer because it's rated due to a record high order book of 52 billion. Its consistent diversification into hyperscale data centers and regional infrastructure projects such as Australia and Vietnam. The risk-return profile is generated by reliable dividends and high-value project delivery. The short-term gearing of 73% used for land banking purposes is more than compensated for by solid long-term visibility of cash flows. Next, for the connecting fundamental and technical findings. The fundamental of 12% increase in revenues along with consistent profit margins indicate a high level of efficient execution. While for the technical, the current consolidation in prices offers a favorable opportunity for entering given there is solid value and momentum. The final result for this Gamuda is accumulate. The company is currently de-risking their portfolio. Investors should accumulate since the order books are at all-time high and could generate positive returns when this turn into earnings. Next, for the conclusion, the conversion of Gamuda into a dominant player in the region is driven by its order book of 52 billion and high profit, quick turnaround projects, ensuring its growth until final year 2028. From the above simulation, it's clear that geography and sectoral diversification is crucial in avoiding market cycle risk, whereas gearing is the growth driver if targeted to efficient projects. In the end, success will hinge on retaining